All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to do something kind of fun. We're going to crack open one of those messages you see all the time, a simple ad for flights and hotels, and we're going to take it apart, piece by piece, to show you the powerful psychology that's hiding in just a handful of words. So, let's dive in.
And really, it all kicks off with this simple question. I mean, how much is actually being said in all those ads and headlines we just scroll past every single day? Well, you might be surprised, because once you know what to look for, you start to see that even the simplest phrases, they're actually carefully engineered to tell you a ton of information and to do it super fast.
Okay, so this is the text we're going to be dissecting today. Just 5 short lines. Looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? But as you're about to see, every single word here has a very specific job to do. Let's get into it and break it down.
All right, so where do we even begin with this? Well, before we get into all the promises or the cool-sounding features, we've got to answer the most fundamental question of all. What does this thing actually do? And boom, there it is, plain and simple, cheap flights and hotel search. Now, this isn't a promise, not yet. This is a statement of purpose. It's the straight-up, no-fluff answer to the question, what is this? It tells you immediately what problem it's here to solve for you.
And just think for a second about why these two things, flights and hotels, are so powerful together. I mean, for most of us, what are the two biggest headaches when you plan a trip, right? It's booking the flights and finding a place to stay. So by calling those out immediately, the service is basically saying, hey, I get it. I know what your biggest problems are and I can solve them. It's like an instant shortcut to building trust and showing that it's relevant to you.
Okay, so now we know what it is. The next logical question is, why should you use it? And the answer to that, well, it's packed right into the slogan. This is the central promise of the entire brand.
And this one little sentence, it's doing some heavy lifting. It's actually doing double duty, because it's packed with two really powerful ideas, simply and economically. Now, these are not just random words they threw in there. No, they are two very distinct promises, and each one is aimed right at a core motivation that every traveler has.
So let's look at that first promise, simply. See, this one isn't about your wallet. It's about saving your sanity. It's targeting that feeling of stress, of complexity that we all know comes with planning a trip. It's an appeal to our deep-down desire for everything to just be smooth and hassle-free. That's the emotional win right there.
And then you've got the other side of the coin, economically. This is the practical promise, the direct one. It's speaking right to what is, let's be honest, often the #1 concern for any traveler, the cost. This is the tangible financial benefit. So you see what they did. They've promised you an amazing feeling and an amazing price. It's brilliant. Right. So the service has told us what it does, and it's made this really powerful two-part promise. But in a world full of a million other options, how does it actually grab your attention? Well, that's where the strategic hooks come into play. And these two phrases right here, these are the hooks. There's a reason they're set up as bullet points. They're meant to be super quick to read, easy to scan, and designed to trigger very specific impulses in you, the user. They're basically the shiny lures on the end of the fishing line, designed to get you to bite or, click.
So why these two specific features? Why not something else? Well, it's because they appeal to two totally different mindsets that we all have. Popular destinations, that's for the dreamer in us. It gives you inspiration, it's social proof, oh, other people go there, it must be good. Then you have special offers. That's for the deal hunter. It creates urgency, that classic fear of missing out. It's a perfect 1-2 punch that's designed to catch pretty much every.
Okay, so let's pull back and put all of this together. As we've just seen all these different pieces, the core function, the big promise, the little hooks, they're not just some random list of words. They are meticulously designed to fit together perfectly into one single, highly persuasive message.
And looking at it here, you can see the entire strategy laid out, all in one place. You've got the brand name, Omstas Voyage. You've got the product, the cheap flights and hotel search. Then there's the promise, to travel simply and economically. And finally, the hooks, popular destinations and special offers. Each one of these has a very specific job. They target our practical needs, our emotional desires, our dreams, and yeah, our wallets. It's amazing, really. In just a few words, they've built a complete and compelling case for their service. When you break a message down like this, you can see exactly how it's engineered. It's just a masterclass in efficient communication. So, I'm going to leave you with a final thought to chew on. Now that you have this new way of looking at things, this new lens, what are you going to start noticing? I mean, really, try to look past the surface of the ads and headlines you see every day. The next time you're just mindlessly scrolling, pause for a second and ask yourself, what's the hidden message that you can find? Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer.